we did give back $8,203.50. It's very unfortunate. How's it going? It's Rocky. Welcome to week 27 of the year 2023. It's the first week of quarter 3, and it was a short week, but it was definitely a week that wasn't lacking in action at all. So what I have up on the chart here is the chart for the week for the YM, which is the Dow Jones Industrial Average, where each candlestick represents 1 hour. The blue histogram you see in the bottom here are the volume for each of the days. On Monday, it was a shortened day for the futures. It actually closed at about 10 a.m. in Pacific Coast. And on Tuesday, it was 4th of July. So you can see that it was open until about 9 a.m. Pacific Coast. But U.S. markets were closed. So a lot of these are just, I guess, an extension of the Globex. And when it opened up on Wednesday, the direction was always tricky with this one. Quite a bit of a dump. A lot of that was because of the jobs data that came out from ADP, and recovered a little bit of that, but of course it just got worse on Thursday, just because a lot of folks are now scared of a interest rate increase. And then on Friday, another important jobs data, of which is supposed to be good news in a sense because things are slowing down in the labor market. However, there's still fear of this increase in interest rates. So that's how you see how it recovered a little bit. And before you know it, it's just huge sell-off going into the weekend, which was quite a volatile week. And I'll show you what my actual trades were for this week, actually. Let me turn that on. So you can see I did a lot of trades here. I'll turn on the lights so you can see when I did make those trades. So I had about a total of 14 trades, so 14 shorts that I did. So with the YM, I do a hedge, which was what helps me because with my MYM, I have a swing until September and I keep that on a long bias. And with my hedge, I short that intraday and try to close it within the day. And out of these 14, I actually just lost only 2 trades. But unfortunately, it wasn't enough to get us in the green this week. So if you want to jump into this account statement, I do have the timestamp below to see exactly how we did for the week. I normally don't do trade analysis on my Friday content, but I just want to highlight one of my trades for today. It was one of those what if kind of a trade. This occurred on Friday here. What I have on the left is a time base, the right is a tick base. And on the trade here that I took, you can see I shorted right at the peak. I peak 34,226. I shorted with 7 contracts. And to me, that was initially a good trade. It's a very good trade because you can see I covered at 34,203. And I was able to cover before this green candle. And of course, ignore what happened after that because to me, that was a good exit. And I'll show you why I entered. So on the indicator here, you see that the crossover had occurred from top to bottom, and I see that as a bearish signal. And on the stochastic RSI, we're on the oversold side. So that's on the time-based chart. Now, if you look to the right on the tick-based chart, you can see, the trend there is a lot cleaner to see it right here. And of course, on the indicator, stochastic RSI is incongruent. It's on the oversold, and the crossover had occurred. So to me, that was a really nice short that I did there. Now, let me bring the calculator here to calculate how we actually did on this one. We shorted at 34,226 and we covered at 34,203. So that is 23 points. And since we shorted with 7 contracts, or with 1 contract in the YM, 1 point is $5. So with 7, that's 35. Multiply that by 35. So this trade right here actually got us roughly $805 gross profit before commission and fees. And I'm going to zoom in a little bit more on this trade. It's my big what if because to me, I was protecting myself. I placed my OCO, locked in the profit, and I was also heading out the door. That's why I didn't want any trades that were open because I was going to be on the road. However, just exiting at 34,203 and seeing what occurred after that. So that was an additional 300 points or so, which would have been nice. But the big what ifs of the day, because with that 300 point there, I know I had my good reasons to be out of that, and you can't always be a part of all these big runs. All right, so let's go through our account statement for the week. It's July 7th, 4:45 p.m. in the Pacific Coast, and the statement I'm showing is what started on July 2nd, Sunday, to today, Friday, 07/07, so July 7th. And going through the description here, I wanted to point out that I did not make any deposits or withdrawal to the account, so we won't add or subtract anything to our ending cash. And we will bring the calculator here, and we will calculate how we did for the week. So our ending cash is $35,672.90, and we didn't deposit or withdraw anything, so we don't have to alter that number. And our starting cash was $43,876.40. So for the week, unfortunately, we did give back $8,203.50. It's very unfortunate. Anyway, so our percentage for the week, let's just calculate that. So with a total of negative $8,200.50, we will divide that by our ending cash, which was $43,876.40. Let's multiply that by 100. So unfortunately for this week, it was a negative 18.7% ROI. So that's pretty rough. That's a pretty rough loss. It took away the momentum that we had to end quarter two, which was a magnificent 30% plus ROI. But on this short week, a lot of iffiness on the market. I guess I could have done better, but the goal is to trade another day. We learn from this and we move on, and hopefully next week we go back in the green. Anyway, that's my content for the week. Thank you for supporting my channel, and hope you like what you saw. But if you didn't, give me another chance. Hopefully you'll enjoy what you see on the next one. All right, have a good one. See ya.